2024, you're going to make some money. You're going to make a lot of money if I have anything to do with it. You hold a video camera, you hold a photography camera. This video is going to help you out a lot. So let's get started. None of these are any particular order of importance, but they're all very much important. We're going to go through 10 tips. And number one is this. You have to figure out who you want to serve. If you don't know who you want to serve, then I would stop serving and I would start restructuring, reinventing who you are and what you want to do. So the reason why I say this is because people are great in all spectrums. I'm not one of those people that think wealthy people are bad and people who don't have a lot of money are good. No, it's just that sometimes the cards fall differently for different people. But with that being said, a person that is a Walmart client isn't necessarily a person that would purchase an Aston Martin. How we advertise to a Walmart client is going to be entirely different than someone who drives an Aston Martin and maybe shops at Neiman Marcus. And that means, like, when I tell you guys, for example, I always say walk your camera. Like, people walk their dogs, walk your camera. You're going to go get coffee, go to a cafe, have your camera around your shoulder, around your arm, and people are going to ask you if you do photography, and then that's the icebreaker and you have conversations. Now, if you are serving the working class market, that's great. But you don't need to go to a Newport Beach, California, Orange County by the water cafe because your client isn't hanging out there. And at the same time, if you are serving a Newport Beach client or a Beverly Hills client, then you don't need to go to West Anaheim or West Covina to go find your clients. They're not there, I promise you. Okay? They are in Bel Air, Beverly Hills, Newport Beach, Calabasas, etc. So know who you serve. I would eliminate 98% of the market and you're going to do pretty well. Number two is building your portfolio. There are two different kinds of shoots. You have to build your portfolio oftentimes with unpaid shoots because you have to be able to prove to people what you can do. So there are point number one and point number two. Shoot number one is dishonest. It is called collab. Yes, you're working for free, but the idea is generally born from someone else. Whoever gives birth to the idea, that's the person that's going to benefit the most. I want it to be you. Naturally, I want it to be you. A lot of models, fake models, Instagram models, etc. are going to come up to you and they're going to say, hey, you want to collab? No, you don't. Thank you anyways. Sir, ma'am, keep it moving. That is a dishonest way of saying I want free work, but they're never going to tell you. They're going to say collab. So you want to X that out and put it off. It's not even on the menu. The other type of free shoot starts with you. It starts with your creativity. It produces great work that normally people wouldn't be hiring you for at first, so you have to do it yourself. Show them what you can do, and then they will hire you for it. This is how you meet great artists. This is how you collaborate. But the idea has to be born from you. You are the director. You are the photographer in charge. Learn to grab that role. People look up to you. Point number three is going to be this. Websites, yes. If somebody says you don't need a photography website, what they're really telling you is, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. The reason why is that your photography, your video lives one way on your social media and it lives a whole different life on your website. One of them is formal, one is informal. One of them is low res, one is higher res. One of them has DMs competing for their attention and comments and tags and annoying ads that really fit someone's algorithm. One of them doesn't have any of that stuff. One of them can shut you down if you write the wrong thing. One of them you own. If I found you on your website and I fell in love with your work and I really liked what you did, I want to know how you are socially. So then I'll migrate from your website to your social media. If I found you on your social media, I see you more relaxed. I see who you follow, who follows you. I look at everything. Now I want to know how you are. Are you a legitimate business? Are you really, really, really like investing in yourself? Then I'm going to go find your website. If you don't have a website, I'm not hiring you. And let me say this real quick too. If you want to ever work for me as a DP for a commercial, a documentary, or music video that I do, if you want to work for me and style a model or do hair or anything, and you don't have a website, I don't hire you, period. The reason is, if I don't think that you take yourself seriously, why would I want you on my project, taking the seriousness out of my project? People are giving me their money, their faith, their trust to give them something great. I don't want you on it if you don't think that you are worth $12 a month, $18 a month maybe, to have a professional website. Let's go to point number 4, and that is social media trends. We need to stop doing that. So I see a lot on TikTok and I see a lot on Instagram, people going like those trends, those templates. No, if you want to put them in your stories just to show a bunch of photos, that's cool, but those expire. But don't think that those are creative and that's going to get people's attention. In fact, it's the complete opposite. So let's just say you follow any of these templates and then you click that song and you're like, oh, okay. There are hundreds, dozens, thousands of videos that did that same trend. All you did is tell me that you're not creative. That's bad for business. You told me that you're not original, kind of similar, terrible for business. You told me that you don't give a damn about the client. It's more about showing off for yourself. I don't care. But you're probably confused. You're like, okay, Walid, so you say this, but I'm getting a lot of views from it, a lot of likes, a lot of follows. My numbers are going up. Unless you can pay your bills with your numbers, congratulations. The majority of you cannot. And you got to understand that the people who are following you are not going to be the people who can hire you or who will hire you. Generally, your clients aren't impressed by that. The people willing to pay you good money are not impressed. It's going to be your competitors from your city, your state, your country, or other places that are going to follow you because they like your style. Not because they're going to hire you, not because they're bad people. They just like your style. They're going to bite your style and they're going to make sure that they copy you. And then they're going to charge their clients. That's who's following you. People who will never buy from you. Here's how you could do it properly. So let's just say you do weddings, okay? And let's just say you're doing something in Orange County and it's a higher end one and it's in Yorba Linda, home of Richard Nixon, President Nixon. You go and you're like, I'm going to shoot this by the Richard Nixon Library in Yorba Linda. And I really love the outside of it. And you're talking like you're literally making a little TikTok. You're like, you guys, I'm going to shoot this amazing couple. It's their engagement shoot outside the Richard Nixon Library in Yorba Linda. You know, like do all your stuff and say, but I thought it was going to be a sunny day. It's not. It's cloudy, man. And then you show the sky a little bit and then you do your little, like whatever people do for social media. But this is what's going to get them. So it's cloudy. And instead of falling apart, what we decided to do was change the mood of this photo shoot, the mood of this video to be like more dramatic, more drama. And we're leaning into the clouds because that's what we do. And we're going to change the music of the video to be a little bit more dark, but still very beautiful and romantic, right? That wins over any template any day because I get to see how that brain works because I'm not hiring you for your gear, by the way. Whatever you got, I can get to. I can rent it, I can steal it, I can borrow it, but I could never ever be you. So this one took a little bit longer, but I just want to let you know. The next one is your logo. That's right there. Your logo stops. Donald Miller just spoke about this in his latest book. We stop at about 80% because of stupid small things like your logo. Well, I can't go on until I get my logo because I can't get the branding of the website up because of my logo. And I can't make business cards because of my logo. So I'm not going to start and I'm going to stop. Guess how long my photography website has been in construction stage? Since April or May of 2023. It is now November of 2023. I'm stuck because I'm looking for perfection. Perfection is what stops progress. We really, really have to stop that. Your logo doesn't matter. Nobody's hiring you because of your logo. I promise you. Nobody's going to hire you because of that. We're going to hire you because of you. Because how you see the world, that's what's going to get you the top dollar. I'm also talking to myself because I'm really frustrated with myself. AI, my friend. AI is, look, we all have opinions about it. But AI is here. And it's growing. And even if in its infantile stage, AI is kind of really destroying some industries. I would like for you to be able to look at AI as a tool that can help you move faster. Like let's say in your business. But AI is not going to replace you. Because before AI, there was IKEA art. No offense, y'all. And that IKEA art was easily accessible for everybody. And it didn't really stand out, didn't stand the test of time, but it served a purpose for certain populations. Then, as people started making more money, they wanted more original, more custom art, one of a kind, few of a kind. AI is going to be like that too. AI is a microwave. It's like quick little beeps and then something comes out. It's more about the kind of prompts you use, less about the way you see the world. You can utilize it to go faster, but the more original you are, the less trends you follow, the more you show them who you are, the less AI is going to take a bite out of your business. I want to know who you are. Whatever you have, I can also get. but I could never ever in my wildest dreams be you. Lean into who you are, be more weird, be more abstract, be more opinionated. This is where the world's going. We're looking at individual brands. Let's keep going. Quickest portfolio builders. Now look, you need a website. We talked about this. AI's coming, who cares, right? We talked about trends. We're not going to follow that. And there's so many different things I spoke about, and your logo really doesn't matter. But now you have to figure out how to fill up your portfolio. You're listening to me and you're saying, okay, well, Walid, I get it, but how do I build up my portfolio? That could take so long. Well, the fastest way you can build your portfolio in 2024 and beyond is, and this one hasn't changed, is mini sessions. Mini sessions are so cool for so many different reasons. I would start doing mini sessions. If you're doing a shoot, don't do a shoot with one person, do mini sessions. Mini sessions, depending whether you do models or babies or weddings or family photos or Christmas cards, etc. They are it. Okay, so a mini session is going to be quick because you don't, especially if you're newer, you don't have to like be that master on set that can control everything. So with mini sessions, you don't have to do an 8-hour shoot with them, a 4-hour shoot with them. You just need to do your 45 minutes, etc. You set up in one place, one set of lights, one equipment set, one set of props if you want that, one day. And you go back to back to back to back to back. Now, there's several benefits in this, in mini sessions. I would say if you're doing a test, obviously you're doing that one for free, but it was your idea, so it's going to be okay. If you're doing it for paid, fantastic. I fully support you, and you are going to be way more profitable. So here's a really cool thing. If you take a photo of me and I hire you for 4 hours, and that's kind of like a half-day shoot, well, you're not going to really shoot after me because you got taking downtime, setting up, driving, etc. Now, you're going to get just me, one face on your portfolio if you choose to use that, as you should use that. Now you're hoping that I'm going to post and I'm going to tag you. But when you do a test shoot, you might fit 5, 6, 7, 8 people in a day. At least half of them are going to tag you. Now, whether you shot 100 photos of them or just one, you still are exposed to their audience. So when you do mini sessions, you're exposed to many, many, many different audiences. That quadruples, I would say a bigger word, but I don't know what's like 8 times or whatever. Your audience base, you're going to grow. Your portfolio is going to grow because you can get all these different faces. And you did it all in one day, my friend. And that's why I believe in mini sessions. And if you're going to need to learn how to direct a set, mini sessions will teach you. And if you mess up, you start over again an hour later. All right. Look behind me. This is Eva Marcel, America's Next Top Model, a few other shows. Ask for the job. Majority of my jobs, I asked for the job. I didn't say, can you please hire me? It wasn't that. It was, hey, I think this is where you could really benefit. This is what my idea is. We should work together on this. Most of your jobs are going to come because you present an idea. You ask for the job. You ask for that opportunity to help people. Don't sit there and assume, and just assume that people are going to be like, hey, want to work? That doesn't happen that much. You got to put yourself out there and you got to see people's potential problems or problems they don't even know they're going to get yet. And you're going to say, I can help you. So definitely put yourself out there and ask for jobs. 2024, we are asking for jobs. My step pricing course literally walks you through this whole thing. The course is linked down below. All right, now let's go into, after I said asking for the jobs, what you're going to do for number 9 is this. Start today. This is super easy. If you need, let's just say, if I say, okay, if you work really hard for 90 days, 3 months, you're going to have a business that makes you at least 20 grand a year. If you start today, your 90 days starts now. If you wait another week, you have to wait that 7 days to get to that start date, plus the 90 days. You're at 97. Most people, remember I told you, stop and they don't start today. So they stop at that 80% mark and they get stuck. Just start today. I'm telling myself that for my damn website and this other company that I'm starting. I want to help you. If you have questions, you could put that in the comments. I'll read and I'll respond. Like, I'm good for that. The final one. Imagine you are a marker right in the middle. On this side is your goal. On this side is like the furthest away from the goal. Your goal, furthest away from the goal. You're in the middle. Every single day you're going to ask yourself, Did I move towards my goal or did I move away from my goal? It's all these tiny little steps that end up making like a big leap, okay? So if you did a free shoot and it was a collab, you moved away from your goal. If you stopped because the logo is taking you too long and you're like, oh, I guess I'll look at it tomorrow. I can't do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. You moved further away from your goal. If you put yourself down, you moved away from the goal. See what I'm saying? But let's just say you did a test shoot and you did really well. You moved closer to your goal. You're like, cool, this is a logo that I want right now. That's cool. I can change it later, but I'm going to go with this. I can build out my website. You move closer to your goal and closer and closer and closer and closer. And that's how we build our career. It's not one big step. People lie to you and be like, oh, it just kind of happened. No, the hell it did not. It was lots and lots and lots of little steps. Sometimes you're going to make 10 steps in one direction and be going really well. Then you're going to fall 2 steps back. But don't look at that as a failure. Look at that as just 2 steps, but you went 10 steps forward. So you still have 8 remaining. You're going to get back up and you're going to tell yourself that you deserve this. And you're going to, if you need to watch my videos or whatever you need to do, get back up and start fighting for what is rightfully yours and what you deserve. This video here is going to help you out a lot. This video here is going to help you out a lot. This right here is where you subscribe. I hope this channel helped you. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will read them. I will respond to them. My name is Walid Azami. You can find my work at walidazami.com, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.